Today I'm here at the 2020 NAMM show at the Korg booth with the much anticipated SV2, Stage Vintage 2. The SV1 was absolutely legendary. It came out about 10 years ago, and even still today, it holds its own against modern keyboards, which is extremely impressive. The SV1 hasn't changed in all the 10 years, and yet it's still able to keep up. So the SV2 is going to be even better. The SV2 is basically the SV1 with added sounds, added storage, and the SV2S, which is the one I'm going to be playing here, has speakers on top, internal speakers. From what I'm able to tell at the NAMM show, they actually seem to have a pretty decent sound, although it's hard to really give it proper judgment, and I like the cream white aesthetic here of this one too. They've updated all of the sounds in here as well, so even though it has all of the same sort of sounds, Rhodes, Whirly, organs, I think it has organs, all kinds of other good stuff in there, they've been updated and added resolution to them so they sound even better than before. The piano sounds, in particular the acoustic pianos, have really been upgraded. Let me play you this. The SV1 had a decent acoustic piano sound, but this one is much better. The original SV1 had 6 different categories with 6 different subsets in each category. The SV2 has 6 different categories with 12 different subsets in each category, so they've doubled the amount of sounds that you can get out of the SV2S, which is absolutely fantastic. You can access these extra sounds by pushing in the selection button over here, so we have the original, like 6 original sounds that you'd have on the SV1, at least I assume they've left them about the same order. I like that one. And then I can push the button in and get 6 more sounds. So you have 12 different sounds for each category, which is absolutely amazing. And what's great is that they've left the user interface virtually identical to the SV1. So if you're familiar with the SV1, like I am, using the SV2 is an absolute breeze. There are a few little things that are different. There's like a trim now around the favorites button, and I think some of these buttons have shifted positions slightly. But if you're used to the way the SV1 works, you'll be able to use this one. And even if you've never used an SV1 or the SV2, the user interface is so easy to understand. There's no screens, there's just simple knobs, easily well labeled. Really, really great. They've added in some other fun sounds in here too, I believe. That sounds like the same original string pad that was in the SV1, but they've also added in some new ones. This one was in the SV1 too. I'm trying to find this one that's really awesome. This is it. Horns, strings, piano, all kinds of really cool stuff in here. Fantastic sound. The SV1 simply couldn't do that at all. You can layer sounds on here now as well, so that's really, really fantastic. I believe you can push and hold these buttons and it allows you to do some things. I'm not super familiar with the SV2, to be honest with you. It does have a lot of capabilities that the SV1 originally didn't, but it's really, really fantastic. And of course, the original EP sounds are fantastic too. Really, really cool stuff. The SV2 is super amazing. I'd love to be able to get one of these into the studio and really be able to try it out. I'm working on that here at the NAMM show, getting one of these to the studio for review. If I'm able to do that, I'm going to have a much more in-depth review where I go through all the different features, as many of the sounds as I can. At least I'll talk about my favorites in that review, and I'll compare it against the original SV1. So if any of you guys think that sounds cool, you might want to think about subscribing if you haven't already. I really hope you guys enjoy it, and if you do, I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.